Mic check, can you hear me? How many of you are from Bangalore? Okay. Ellarigu namaskara. I also belong to Shimoga, but like most of you, life took me elsewhere. I live in Mumbai. Thanks for that fabulous introduction. One specific request I made to Louis was, please don't give me a slot before or immediately after lunch. Thank you for honoring that. Very difficult slot, right? But I thought it's going to be difficult to grab your attention, but we have had some fabulous presentations from Ranjit and Peter, so I'm hoping that your energy levels are up. But we thought we will take it one level further up, right? So a few things. First, assurance, you will almost see nothing of Logitech in my presentation, okay, though I represent that company, okay? So reason for you to pay attention. Second, we thought we'll go one step further and give you something worthwhile to take away, to keep your attention on my slides, because the subject that we are going to discuss is hopefully interesting and useful for all of us, right? So how many of you are working 5 days from office here? Oh, quite a few. Okay. 6 days. Okay, we have some 6 days. Fantastic. And how many of you agree that bringing people back to office is not all that easy? How many of you agree? Okay, we have few. Okay. So my presentation is going to primarily focus on making it easy for people to come back to, if possible, office, or at least collaborate with colleagues, right? So as a company, that's what we do, and I thought we'll talk about it. But what you're going to see in the slides are not Logitech's views. What we did was we ran a survey among people who have actually deployed solutions for their colleagues to collaborate, and we compiled the results, and what I'm going to present to you is the results of that survey, which is in some sense somebody else's story that I'm going to narrate to you. That criteria that people considered when they went about deploying a collaboration solution for their respective organizations, which worked, which brought people to office in cases, or at least made them collaborate with each other, right? And very simple, that's why we're saying that it's not rocket science, okay? So how do we ensure that you pay attention to my slides? We thought we'll give you something, right? How many of you use an external monitor and thereby an external keyboard and mouse? Okay, quite a few of you are not using, so maybe give it a shot, right? Okay, so like most things in life, this is not going to come free, right? We are going to have questions during my presentation so that you have to pay attention till the last slide, okay? And we are going to give away 2 of these. I think there are maybe about 150 odd people here. 2 lucky ones among you are going to walk away with this. While most people might think keyboard is a keyboard, mouse is a mouse, which it is, this is slightly beyond that. As you can see, quite a few features, right? What appeals to me personally, you heard it in the introduction, is that this particular color, the graphite color, is made with more than, close to almost 50% recycled plastic, right? That's what appeals to me as a user. I use this myself. And then there are other features. The one that I want people who are making decisions for your organization, keeping security in mind, for you to walk away from this particular solution is the data that is exchanged between the keyboard and the computer, the mouse and the computer, is actually encrypted. We use a technology in Logitech called Bolt. So this particular combo actually uses that technology. And in our opinion, this is the most affordable rocket science that money can buy for you, 4,500 rupees, okay? And we wanted to give this away because we wanted the winners to actually take it back to your office, put it to use and see whether it really, fits your organization's policies. So can we start with the quiz? So we were talking about making collaboration easy for people, and we were talking about survey that Logitech ran with people who have recently deployed a solution. So they gave us a few things, and that's what we are going to present to you today. First and foremost, total cost of ownership. Who doesn't want to save money? We are living in a country where we give away 1/3 of our salary and we don't know why. So obviously we all want to save money, right? So, but total cost of ownership is not just the first time investment that you make on any solution. It has to be maintained over a period of time. So when we ask people what is the horizon they are looking at, they said, okay, we buy something, and whatever it costs for us to maintain the solution in good shape for a period of 5 years. We are Indians, we sweat assets, right? So for a period of 5 years, is the cost that we will consider as the total cost of ownership. So that's what they said as the number one criteria. How many of you believe that you are working from offices that look good? Very few? Okay, quite some. Okay, so when your offices are looking good, don't you think the places and the meeting rooms that you host your guests also should have things that are looking good? So the number two criteria that people said is important because they bring in visitors, they bring in senior people into their organizations, is whatever they see has to also visually be appealing to them, right? So design is very important. That's the second criteria that they said they consider. Third, consistency of experience. So Jerry is actually an American comedian, right? So he says that people are actually more worried about humiliation than they are of death. I'm sure it appeals to Indians, right? We are very particular about our image, right? So the experience that you present to people, whether they are guests or your own employees, I think is very important. And all our organizations have multiple meeting rooms. So when you have meetings in different rooms, I don't think you want to go through different experiences. So the consistency of experience, and quite a few of you said you have, you are working 5 days, some of you 6 days from office. So the others who are working between homes and office, the world calls this hybrid. I'm sure when you have a particular level of experience in the office, internet is fantastic, lighting is great, camera is great. When you go and sit in front of your laptop and get into a video meeting, I'm sure you will at least have an expectation. Whether your expectation is being met or not is secondary, but you want an expectation, you have an expectation that the quality of meeting, the experience that you go through at home is as close to what it is in the office. The good news is it is possible. So consistency of experience is what people said is very important. Can anybody tell me what is the difference between certified and compatible? What is your understanding of certified versus compatible? Sajid, if I can have the microphones, if somebody volunteers to give me an answer. Anybody? There's no right, wrong answer, and this is not the question that gives a keyboard and mouse. So go for it, sir. Can I have the microphone here? Yeah, yes,
so
sir.
Certified is, you have a device or a product or a service which is certified by another third party or an OEM. Say, for example, you have a microphone or a video camera which is certified by Microsoft Teams, which means it will work with Microsoft for sure. Compatible means it is not manufactured by that organization. Say, for example, I go to the market and buy a charger for my Apple phone, right? It may not be manufactured by Apple, but that charger is compatible to my Apple phone. So that's the difference.
Fantastic, very close. Yes, sir.
Certified is compliance, and
Compatible.
compatible is fitment.
Compatible is?
Fitment.
Fitment, fantastic, very close. I think one more, we'll take one more last answer, yeah.
So certified is basically it is achieving the norms that some benchmarking has been done and the product is complying to that. That is certified, and compatible is that it is complementing. It is two of the products are complementing each other.
Absolutely, thanks ma'am. All of you are actually right. The technical definition that we give is when you put together two complementing solutions together, a hardware and a software. You are using Teams, Microsoft, Google, whatever in your organization for the video meeting. When you bring a headset, when you bring a camera to work along with it, if it is certified, what it means is whether the hardware manufacturer or the software manufacturer, irrespective of either of them, when they enhance their platform, your technical handshake continues to be smooth. That is certified, right? So when Microsoft, for example, says a headphone is certified or a speaker phone is certified or a camera is certified, you can almost be guaranteed that when Microsoft enhances their solution or the camera or the headphone or the speaker enhance their side of things, the technical handshake is still intact and you don't have any surprises. Compatible, things will work, you paid $10 less, but there is no guarantee that when you have that most important meeting and you wear a headset, most likely the other party can always say that I can't hear you, okay? This is compatibility. And the best example I give is, compatibility is our spouses. There is no guarantee that it will always work, okay? Certified is something else, right? Okay, so time for the actual quiz. So to continue with the findings of the survey, I'm sure all of you are global corporations. If not already, you have aspirations to be global corporations. As an employee working for one such global corporation, when I am in a profile where I travel, right? So when I walk into my other offices, besides the base location where I am from, one of my primary expectations is that my ID card works, okay? It opens the door. And then I have other expectations that, I have access to most part of the offices, etc., etc., etc. So which means what? My organization should choose solutions that are available everywhere. And this is not just within India, I'm sure this is the expectation that people have across, right? So the solution or the partner that you decide to sign up for your collaboration, very important because it is all about meetings, right? Should have a global footprint. That's what the survey result was. Reliability. Once upon a time we believed, or at least people like me who are very inquisitive, I try doing a lot of things myself, right? So we believed that things have to be easily repairable, openable, etc., but gone are those days. Today the expectation, at least from meeting room solutions, from CIOs, people like you, is once you fit a camera on the wall, there should be no surprises. Every time you walk into the room, everything should work, have a very seamless meeting. Once the meeting is over, just walk away. There need not be any drama. So reliability, and reliability starts from simple things like cables that are exposed, that people can, while trying to do something else, they can just pull it off and it stops working. And when you want it, it's not available. So reliability, people said, is very, very important. I'm sure we are living in a world where none of us have time. Everything has to be done as of day before yesterday, which means as much as possible, give people the ability to administer things in their hands, right? So remote management, today technology has come to a stage where video cameras can be actually administered from any part of the world. Your IT admin can sit in any part of the world. He can log into your meeting rooms, see whether the cameras are working fine. You have a very important meeting. You just give him 10 minutes notice. He can just troubleshoot, make sure all firmware update, everything. And all of these can be done remotely. So meeting room management. Insights. Is there anybody in this room who has recently consolidated your offices in a city or a country to one place? You had multiple offices, you consolidated them to one place. Anybody here in the room? Sir, how did you go about deciding how many meeting rooms of different sizes you should have in the new place? Not the old place. I'm sure the old place had maybe 10 rooms or 4-seaters, one large boardroom, etc. But when you consolidated the employees into one large real estate, how did you go about deciding the size of rooms and the number of rooms for each size? If you can give us a minute of insight into it. You provided as many meeting rooms as possible. Okay.
We were always running short of meeting rooms, and typically most of the organizations keep running short of meeting rooms. So we tried practically as many as possible and of different sizes depending on the meeting you can take.
Didn't your CFO ask you anything?
He was also part of my...
Okay. If you had the option of somebody telling you that today, let's say we just completed October. In the month of October, between the 1st and 31st of October, across the offices, you had 200 meetings, out of which 50% were audio-only meetings. People did not use the video camera, even though there was a video camera. The duration was on an average 1 hour. The number of participants were on an average 4 people. If you had somebody giving you those insights, basis which you decided the number of rooms, do you think it would have been useful to you?
Might be, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, might be.
More importantly, if that insight comes to you free of cost?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it might help, but even then I'll go by as many as possible.
Great. I think we need to join your company. My CFO doesn't give us budgets. Okay. Anyway, so this was the second point that people wanted to know. They wanted more scientific approach to decision making because real estate was expensive, continues to be expensive, and there is a lot of opportunity to save money there, right? So that's what they said is the criteria. Finally, I think we all, after COVID especially, have done our own respective things to make sure that this planet is a better place. Carrying a cloth bag, for example, to buy groceries is a great start, but I'm sure there are more things that we can do. So when you as decision makers, when you make decisions to implement hardware technologies especially, please look for organizations that are already committed to sustainability. We had Ranjit speak about controllers and their commitment to sustainability. Everybody is now supporting this cause. So that was the criteria, and this is a boardroom conversation today. I think India as a country is getting to a stage where people are going to be mandated to, reduce their carbon footprint. So as you go about choosing technology, please keep this in mind. The planet, we can be kinder to the planet. So this is a very important criteria that people are considering. I said almost no Logitech, but my marketing team is in the room and I need to be present in the next event as well. We need some money. We don't have that CFO. So just one slide, bear with me, okay? So as a company, this is what we do. We provide solutions for people who do meetings across all of these places. I'm not going to get into any level of detail. We have a booth outside. If any of these things appeal to you in your day-to-day life, you want to know more about it, please come and talk to us. One last slide on Logitech, okay? So these are the solutions that we have if you are working from home or from the office. Whether you want to have a nice camera that makes you look better to the other side, which is important. It represents the image of your organization to the other person on the other side. Or you want to be heard well, the audio, right? Or any other solution. We have these solutions for you, and some of these are available for you to even take a look at, right? So that's all I had. I have no more slides. Thank you for your patience. So like I said, we are just outside this door. So if any of you want to talk to us, please, you are more than welcome. I'll catch up with some of you in the evening.
Thank you very much, Anand.